Next step, the continuation of the protein synthesis we are taking is translation process. Here, the transcription process, whatever it is the mRNA, it's synthesized. Okay, mRNA or the mRNA transcript, it is synthesized. Based on the sequence of the mRNA, their specific amino acids are attaching and forming into the polypeptidyl chains are producing. Polypeptidyl chains are forming. So these polypeptidyl chains are involving into the protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is occurs. So how it is occurs into the protein synthesis means. So translation we are nothing but as a from the RNA to protein synthesis. RNA to protein synthesis here. Here what is happening to the RNA to protein synthesis means. So initially the components of translation we are taking means they are the ribosomes, tRNA, mRNA, DNA template, GTP, ATP, specific activators. So these are the components are required for the translation process. So first of all, we are taking one by one, we can be discussed the transcription of the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So is having into the differences here. In all these aspects we are taking. So prokaryotes, the ribosomes which are involving in the 70s type of the ribosomes are forming. In the case of the eukaryotes, we are taking 80s type of the ribosomes are participating here. The 70s ribosomes are having again into the 30s type and the 50s type subunits are presented. And the 80s we are taking 40s subunit and the 60s subunits are present. Again, their subunits are also presented. They are the 28s, 18s, 5.8s. Okay. So like these, the subunits are presented. Whether we are taking into the here it is into the 80s subunits here. The 70s we are taking means 23s, 16s, 5s, like these subunits are also they are present. Those subunits again having into the subunits here. This prokaryote and the eukaryote, these are into the one of the basic components of the translation process, that is the ribosome. Whether we are taking into the tRNA, transverse RNA we take, the transverse RNA is nothing but as a clovered leaf-like structure which is having into the 4 arms are presented here. It is called as a anticodon arm, T-Cyc arm, DUH arm, CCA arm here. So like this, 3 arms are presented. So anticodon arm, it is a anti-coding arm here, anti-coding arm. So with the help of the T-Cyc and the DUH arms, the tRNA is recognizing the specific site of the ribosome here, the specific site of the ribosome, and the recognition, it is going and attaching into the ribosome the specific portion here with the help of these 2 sites we are taking. And the anticodon arm of the tRNA, it recognizing into the sequence of the mRNA. mRNA sequence is recognizing with the anticodon. This is the structure of the tRNA. So mRNA already we know that whatever it is the transcript, it is forming into the transcription process. Final transcript is forming. That same one, it is enters from the nucleoplasm to it reaches into the cytoplasm. because the protein synthesis is occurs in the case of the eukaryotes into the cytoplasm only. So in the case of the in the case of the eukaryotes in the cytoplasm, in the case of the prokaryotes it is occurs into the cytoplasm only. Here there is a difference is there in the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Prokaryotes you are taking, sir, whenever the translation is going to completing, here that means the translation is terminal region is presented. This is the transcriptional factor is transcriptional, so complex is near to that of the termination. That means before completion of the transcription, the translation process is start over into the prokaryotes. The translation process is start over into the prokaryotes, because the translation of the prokaryotes is a polycistronic and there is no further processing of the mRNA here. Further processing is not required here into the prokaryotes. So that only before completion, that is simultaneously it is occurs into the transcription, the translation process in the case of the prokaryote. But in the case of the eukaryotes not occurs like that. So after the completion of the transcription, the post transcriptional modification is going on and the processing is over, then only the translation is occurs into the specific way here. So that is the mRNA is directly involving into the translation process. And the DNA template. Okay, so DNA template means whatever it is forming, the DNA template is requires, DNA template is the template DNA is involving in the case of prokaryotes we are taking DNA template is involving into the formation of the transcript. And the GTP and ATP we are taking GTP and ATP, these two are providing into the energy for the translation process. And the specific activators and enzymes. Enzymes are involving. So they are the initiation factors, elongation factors, and the terminal. So termination factors. These are involving into the case of the translation process. One by one we can be discussing the mechanism process of the translation. Prokaryotic translation process. The prokaryotic translation. Whatever it is in the mRNA is presented, whatever it is a mRNA it is synthesized, it is a mRNA 5 prime to 3 prime direction. The translation is undergoes into the 5 prime to 3 prime direction only. Okay, up to now the transcription or the replication we have discussed the 3 prime to 5 prime, but the translation is undergoes into the 5 prime to 3 prime direction only. Here already the 5 prime methylated guanosine triphosphate cap, 5 prime cap is presented and 3 prime poly-A tail is presented here. In between that, the structural gene sequence, the exon sequence is presented in the case of the eukaryote. But the prokaryotes we are taking the structural gene sequence is presented here. RNA sequence is presented. In this RNA sequence, first of all, the smaller subunit of the ribosome is coming and attaching into the mRNA transcript here. Okay, the smaller subunit of the ribosome in the prokaryotes. The prokaryote smaller subunit we are taking, 30S type of subunit is presented. 30S type of the subunit is. This 30S type of the subunit is coming and attaching with the mRNA transcript here we are taking. Once it is going attaching with the mRNA transcript, we are taking means so it come, and after that the larger subunit is coming and attaching with the primary mRNA transcript. So like this, first the initiation complex is forming. Initiation complex. Here this initiation, the prokaryotic initiation process we are taking means initiation of the transcription initiation process we are taking means amino acyl tRNA amino acid synthase. The enzyme is involving here the amino acid synthase. The amino acid synthase, here we are taking the amino acid synthase. How it is forming means ATP, amino acid, first amino acid and amino acid synthase. Amino acid synthase. This is the enzymatic molecule we are taking, means this enzyme, the specific enzyme plus energy it is taking. That means energy as in the form of the ATP or the energy we are taking means as in the form of the ATP or the GDP it is taking here. So I am forming the, this one is forming the amino acid synthase complex is formed. Amino acid synthase complex is formed. So amino acid plus amino acid synthase enzyme together they are forming the amino acid synthase complex. This amino acid synthase complex, this one, this amino acid synthase complex, amino acid synthase complex is taking to the tRNA. Okay, tRNA is forming the amino acid tRNA is forming. That means from these two amino acid synthase is removed and amino acid synthase removed along with the energy liberation here. Okay, along with the energy liberation. Here the energy is taking and here the energy is liberating. Whatever it is the energy is liberating, it is useful for the translation process here. So and amino acid tRNA is forming. So actually it is an activated tRNA. Before that the tRNA becomes into the inactive state, inactive form here. That means only the tRNA molecule only is presented. The tRNA we are taking the clover leaf structure we are taking means in this clover leaf structure the arm of the CCA, it is the free end OH is presented here. Okay, 3' OH is present. This 3' OH is whenever it is tRNA is going to activate it because of these reactions. The 3' OH CAA end of the tRNA by the specific amino acid tRNA. Actually we are taking 20 amino, the specific amino acids are in the case of the human body is 20 amino acids are there. 10 is in the essential, 10 is non-essential form. These 20 amino acids are having the 20 specific amino acid tRNAs are having. That means each amino acid is having into their own specific amino acid tRNAs. Based on the amino acid tRNA, here that particular amino acid coming and binding with the tRNA. That time it is called as a activated tRNA or amino acid tRNA. Here it is called as activated amino acid tRNA is forming. So once the amino acid tRNA is forming, here what it is happened, first the initiation step we are taking, sir. The smaller subunit is coming and binding with the structural gene sequence, and the larger subunit is also coming and binding with the structure. So ribosome complex is forming. The ribosome complex is having into the two sides, A side and the P side. Actually, A side and the P side is present. Up to here the initiation. Elongation we are taking means, elongation process we are taking means. So what it is happened, the activated amino acid tRNA, first one, the first codon whatever it is presented, the first codon always into the AUG codon. Okay, AUG codon. This AUG codon is recognizing into the methionine here. Okay, methionine are the variant. It is forming into the FMET tRNA is forming amino acid tRNA complex formation. The same way the specific methionine FMET means so FMET tRNA is forming. Methionine tRNA is forming. The methionine tRNA directly coming and combines with the P site of the ribosome here. The P site of the ribosome. First one directly coming and binding with the P site. Later on, whenever this complex is moving, the initiation complex is started and the elongation is running. The elongation complex is moving towards along the length of the mRNA. The A site becomes into the vacant here. The second codon, whatever it is the coding is there into the mRNA, that specific activated tRNA is coming and binding into the second site of the A site of the second codon A site of the ribosome here. Here suppose it is in the some other amino acid 2. So that time from the P site to this FMET tRNA, the tRNA loses the affinity between the anticodon region and the mRNA, and whatever it is the amino acid is presented, this amino acid and in this amino acid 2, this tRNA, between them the peptidal bond is forming. Once the peptidal bond is forming, this tRNA is replacing from the P site. That means it enters into the E site. Actually, in the eukaryotes we are not called as the E site. So E site is presented into the eukaryotes only. P site, from the P site to the tRNA is removed out, and the RNA subunits are moving towards into the next step here, next side. That time, whatever is the A site, the transcript tRNA is presented, it enters into the P site. Again, the A site is going to vacant here. So like this, slowly it is moving into the ribosomal complex towards into the mRNA. So continuously amino acids are going to adding with the help of polypeptidal bonds are forming here. So like this, finally whenever it reaches into the termination sequence, the specific sequence is there into the 3' end of the mRNA. They are the UAA, UAG, UGA, UGC. So these are the termination sequence are called. These termination sequence, whenever the complex is reaches into these termination sequences, that time what it is having, their complementary tRNAs are not presented. Okay, their complementary TR, that is their specific tRNAs are not forming in the case of the organisms here in the cells. That time what it is having, tRNA is not forming, amino acid is not taking, A site becomes into the vacant whenever it reaches into the termination codon here. Okay, so that time further when it is moving towards into the termination, the A site is vacant, later on the B site is also vacant, the tRNA is going to release from the B site, there the protein polypeptidal chain is terminated here. That means the protein polypeptidal chain is releases into the cytoplasm. This polypeptidal chain is further modification. Protein structures are primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary structure. Modifications of protein modifications are undergoes and producing into the specific protein molecules. So this is the translation of the prokaryotes we are taking. The simple prokaryote translation. Then we are going to the eukaryotic translation. The eukaryotic translation we are taking means first step is the initiation. So in the initiation what it is happening means whatever it is the mRNA it is presented, mRNA transcript it is presented. This is and the 3' mRNA. The initiation factor IF1, IF2 and the IF3. The initiation factors, 3 initiation factors are presented. So these initiation factors, among these initiation factors, the smaller subunit is combined here into the 5 prime end of the mRNA transcript. The first coding sequence we are taking means with the help of IF1 and the IF3. These two together, these two are going to bind with the smaller subunit of the IF1 and the IF2. First of all, IF1 is combined with the smaller subunit of the ribosome, and later IF2 with GTP is combined with the smaller subunit. So the smaller subunit is coming and bringing into the towards into the mRNA and attaching with the mRNA here. Okay, first initiation site we are there. Later on, IF3, whatever it is initiation factor 3, it is there. So by the activation of the IF3, the larger subunit is combined with the smaller subunit and forming into the ribosomal complex is forming. This is the first step in the case of the eukaryote transcription, that is a ribosomal complex, initiation complex formation here. So now the initiation complex A site, P site and E site, 3 sites are presented here. A site, P site and the E sites are presented. First one is the initiation. Once the initiation is occurs, at the same time amino-acyl tRNA or the tRNA complex is forming. tRNA complex is forming here. So it is nothing but as a activated tRNA form here. It is an activated tRNA. This activated tRNA, what it is doing? So based on the specific amino acid tRNA, they are getting into that the tRNA molecules are attaching with their specific amino acid here. This is the one amino acid tRNA, activated tRNA form here. So like this, the so many number of the tRNAs are forming in the cytoplasm here. So that time, the second step, that is called as an elongation is occurs. Second one is a elongation mechanism. So what it is undergoes in the elongation means elongation factors, that is the EFT and the EFG. So two factors are involving here, EFT and the EFG. So EFT, the elongation factor T. So that time the activated tRNA is come and attaching with the A site here. It is coming and attaching into the A site. The EFG, by the hydrolysis of the GTP, actually the GTP is taken by the EFT. EFT is bringing into the GTP to releasing into the energy into the elongation process here. That GTP is hydrolyzed and elongation factor G, it takes into the amino acid tRNA A site to, it moves into the towards into the P site here. At the same time, it forming into the polypeptidal bond between into the first amino acid and in this amino acid here. So here the polypeptidal bond is forming by using of the GTP here. So once the initiation is occur, whenever the ribosomal complex is moving, this is a 60S ribosome subunit and this is a 40S ribosome subunit. When these two are going to moving, first initiation step, that is a initiation codon FMET tRNA, as usual it is involving in the FMET tRNA is combined, FMET here, MET tRNA it is. The next, based on the specific codon, their specific tRNAs are coming and attaching into the A site here. So P site in the FMET tRNA, A site into the second tRNA codon. Between them, what it is happening means by utilizing of the GTP energy, here peptidal bond is formed. Like this, the ribosomal complex is moving from in this 5 prime to 3 prime direction. This is called as a elongation process. With the help of the elongation factor, these two factors are influencing. Once the ribosomal complexes keep on going on the mRNA, it is moving. A site, the acylated or the amino acid accepting site. A site is nothing but as an amino acid accepting site. P site is nothing but as a polypeptidal site. E site is nothing but as a exiter. So the tRNA is exit from the ribosomal complex here. So whenever the A site to P site it is moving, tRNA enters into the E site here. This E site tRNA exit from the ribosomal complex. So like this, when it is moving along the length of the tRNA, finally the A site is reaches into the termination codon UAA, UGA, UAG codons are reaches. That time their specific tRNA is not synthesizing here, and not only that, RF1, RF2 and the RF3. So these are the three factors. Releasing factors are involving into the termination here. So what is happened? The affinities, whenever it reaches into the termination codon, so that time the tRNA is not attaching any the specific tRNA is not coming and attaching into the termination. The specific tRNA is not possible here. So automatically that time the P site, whatever it is a polypeptidyl chain it is forming. It is a polypeptidyl chain is enters into the, when it is reaches into the termination site, a lengthy polypeptidyl chain is forming. It is removed from the tRNA, the complex here, and finally it is the polypeptide chain is releases into the cytoplasm. Finally polypeptide chain is releases into the cytoplasm with the influence of the releasing factor 1, 2 and the 3 here. So among these we are taking the releasing factor 3 is involving into the, so the lysis of polypeptidyl amino acid polypeptidyl chain from the tRNA. Again these tRNAs are again going for the recycling process. So totally the termination is occurs into the eukaryotes here and producing into the number of polypeptides. Here there is one small difference is there in the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes you are taking. The ribosomal complex or in this ribosome, one mRNA, after the processing of the one mRNA, this ribosome again going into the processing of the another mRNA continuously, or the mRNA, this is the mRNA, here the ribosomal complex is moving, the first ribosomal complex is moving. Immediately this mRNA is attaches with the another ribosomal complex to produce the same type of the polypeptide here. But the prokaryotes, once it is going to complete, only the one type of the polypeptide is forming. Only one time only polypeptide is forming. Later on again want to means again the ribosomal complex is forming and again it is continuous transit. But here the eukaryotes you are doing simultaneously polypeptide. Multiple copies of the polypeptides are releasing with the help of these ribosomal complex here. This is the basic difference between the prokaryotes and the eukaryote. So eukaryotic translation process we are taking. So these are regarding to the molecular base and gene expressions are there. That is a operon concept is presented, lacoperon and the triptopran. So whenever to induce is into the excessive amount of the lactose, lacoperon is occurs operated here. There the promoter sequence, promoter sequence, operator sequence and the structural gene sequence is presented. So triptopran we are taking, sir, it is a repressor sequence here. So it is an inducer sequence. So triptopran is a inducer sequence, lacoperon is a suppressor sequence we are. So lactose concentration is going to reduce, lacoperon is occurs. Tryptophan concentration is going to rising, it leads into the triptopran is occurs. So these two are also comes under the molecular basis of inheritance once you go through. So those sequences, promoter, operator and the structures. So promoter sequence we are taking, promoter sequence RNA, the repressors are coming from the promoter sequence. They are releases from the promoter sequence we are taking here. It is a P site, promoter site, it is a initiator site and these are the structural gene we are taking. I will just like that. Okay. Here the promoter sequence to repressors are coming, releasing here. Like this repressors are releasing. These repressors, when these are going and binding with the initiator sequence, initiator and then immediately it is having the operator sequence. So when these are going into combines with the initiator, they are moving into the operator sequence. The operator sequence is blocking. Whenever the operator sequence is going to block, the further structural genes are not going to translate here. That time these structural genes protein synthesis is not occurs. That means lactose it is not metabolized here. The lactose metabolizing proteins are not synthesized here. It is a repressing. Like there is a tryptophan also, the promoter sequence to repressors are releasing. These are going to the operator side, and their structural genes are not transcripted here. That time tryptophan is addressed. So these two are into the operon concepts. Once you go through that, so up to here it is the molecular base of